one of the individuals who's been very supportive and very active in our social media network, specifically on LinkedIn and the Market Research Bulletin Group, has been Steve Goldner. Steve is also known as Social Steve and will help individuals in understanding front-end positioning around social media. And he's become quite a guru around that, and happy to have Steve on our program. Steve, could you give us a little bit of background about how companies or individuals can utilize social media to think about how best to position their brand or their personality as they look at social media as a communication platform?
Sure, absolutely. The first advice I give is that you approach social media as a relationship. It's not a sales vehicle, it's a relation vehicle. And people like to do business with people they feel comfortable with. That's what building a relationship's all about. So I have this mentality that I call the LCR mentality. Stands for Listen, Conversations, and Relationships. And the advice I give people that I work with is that this is how they should go about social media. First, for any topic or any industry they're in, they should join existing communities where their target market is. And they should merely go there and listen first. Listen to what people are saying, what their needs are, what they value, the vernacular and the way that they talk about their needs and values. Then once they have a clear understanding of that target audience in that community, engage in conversations, very much like a personal relationship. You're not going to jump into a conversation until you understand a little bit about the group that you're talking to. So have conversations with them. Build relationships. Then once you have those relationships, that would be a good time to introduce them to the product or services that you're offering. But social media really cannot be aimed at selling. It needs to be aimed at relationships.
A lot of the technology now that is inching its way into some of the major corporations utilizing mobile technologies, for example, to access social media has become very increased in use. How are the major corporations should view social media in terms of how they maintain their brand awareness and brand equity when looking at these social media platforms?
Great question. So what companies need to do is they need to look at this as part of an integrated approach to what they're already doing. Look at their traditional marketing and say, social media isn't this separate thing that I'm just going to have someone work on. How do I integrate it into what I'm already doing? And most large corporations, and not so much small companies that I also work with, have existing marketing groups that define stuff like a positioning statement, which defines the industry they're in, the market they serve, the benefits they offer, who their competition is, how they differentiate themselves from the competition. They have to go back to those positioning statements and make sure that all their social media activities are reinforcing that position of who they are. This is marketing 101. So social media isn't this separate thing, but it's integrated into that approach. Then the next step they should do is really look at what they want to get out of this social media endeavor. So for instance, are they looking to contact the direct buyers of their product or service? Or are they looking to build relationships with the influencers? And literally, if you're a marketing department, you build campaigns based upon these objectives. Well, social media is very much the same. It's another marketing activity. Once again, I emphasize not selling, but creating awareness, creating a perception of a subject matter expertise in the area that you are the subject matter expert of. That's the positioning. It's like writing a white paper, if you will, but social media is a much broader, deeper context.
Well, that's fantastic. Thanks a lot, Steve.
Appreciate it.